but he's the biggest prize left on the free agent market. He would be a vital addition to the team after Anthony Rendon's departure. Now, without Rendon, without that bat in there, they're going to have to pitch to Robles. That they don't have to pitch to Robles is what I'm trying to say. Nationals now have 3 position players, Kendrick, Cabrera, and Castro, who played 3 positions last year. Though none of them were really plus defenders at any position, but it gives the Nationals 10 or more position players, depending if you count the up-and-down outfielder Michael Taylor. So they still have spots remaining. It's not clear what the Nationals might address if they don't sign a Donaldson. But they have 3 aging utility men, Kendrick, Cabrera, Castro, who do not really have clear roles. Washington also does not seem to have an everyday starting first baseman. They've got the Matt Adams. They've got the Ryan Zimmerman remaining. Kendrick could also play some first base there. So, okay. So it's going to be very interesting to see the Nationals' glaring hole is at third base. Okay, and it's all about having that bat, that hombre in the middle of the lineup, the Rendon. So we will see. And here's the other. Oh, look, it's bad. Both of the Cabrera has more experience at third base. Played 93 games there last year. So we'll see how all this works out. The combination of Cabrera and Castro cannot replicate Rendon's at all. But they give him some flexibility. Got some flexibility. Craig Stammen signed, big deal. But I'll tell you what, if you like these kind of pitchers, Craig Stammen's a good one. The Padres always intended to fortify their bullpen with reliable arms. And Stammen, who signed a 2-year contract, he led the majors with 56 appearances in high leverage situations last year. Okay? I'll say that again. He led the majors in 56 appearances in high leverage situations. He'll be 36. So is he a player to draft? Just if you want to get some good innings. Okay, he tied for the Major League lead among relievers with 15 decisions. And he had a career-high 76 relief appearances. The Padres bullpen, which was really a carousel, of young players, now appears to be set. It's a little different. Now they've got some good experienced players. Kirby Yates, the Major League save leaders. Andres Muniz, okay? Keep that name under wraps. They signed Drew Pomeranz. They got Pierce Johnson, the lefty. Matt Stram. It's going to be good. But watch Muniz, okay? Watch this kid Muniz. He could wind up, if they decide that they want to trade Kirby Yates, watch Nunez. He could slip in there for some saves if Yates is traded for one reason or another. Travis Shaw signs, and he took away a lot of lessons from a very disappointing season. And one of the positives about last year is that it can't get any worse. It just can't get any worse. So he signs a 1-year deal worth about what? No batteries. We still have no batteries. I got some voice, a female. Imagine waking up at 4 in the morning and hearing some female starting to talk, and you look around and you can't find her. Holy mackerel. I thought she was forget it. Under the desk would have been interesting, but wasn't there. So anyway, Shaw signed a 1-year deal worth $4 million with Toronto. Look, a change of scenery. Yes, he has an opportunity to play every day. He's 29 years old. He hit 157 with a 281 on base percentage with Milwaukee. He's hit 30 home runs a couple of times. I am telling you, a possible sleeper. And Andrea may include him. A little bit more information we'll have on Travis Shaw when the draft guide comes out. And I'll tell you, this hot chick of mine is working her silly little whatever off making this draft guy with Kevin and a couple of other. I mean, I don't even know what. I stayed out of it. Okay. Don't forget, 2018, Shaw had 32 home runs. He had 241. 2017, he had 273. He had 100 RBIs. He had 31 home runs. Okay? He also said that he made minor adjustments to his swing heading into this. You know, all about the launch angle, right? But he thinks his hitting woes in the past are gone. He's got a new lease on life. You know, mental. 90% of this game is 50% mental. He's 6'4", the left-handed hitter, signed with the Blue Jays. Okay? And the big question is, which version of Travis Shaw are you going to see? Okay? So, which version are you going to see? You know, don't forget, he was also fourth in fielding percentage among third basemen back in 2017. So, he can do it. Things really changed. Shaw never found his groove. He was sent down a couple of times early August, ended the year, as I said, 157. He'll turn 30 in April. You got to watch. If he has remote success, limited, mediocre in the spring, he's worth drafting for $1. Okay? Defensive versatility, he's got it all. And, of course, with Vlad Jr. and Kayvon Biggio and Rowdy Tellez, he's got some competition. There's no question about it. So, and he's got good crew. He's Jeff Shaw, former, pitcher. So, who cares? All right, next case. All right. Who cares? Okay, let's talk about the Washington team now in detail. The Nationals, of course, they begin. So that catches you up on all the signings, the trade. Clevenger, are you kidding me? Clevenger for Joe Adele and another player. That's John Morosi has been talking about it, okay? The Nationals begin a new year, and they got the two big problems. One of them we just talked about, okay? Forget Arnie coming on. Doug Boyle is here. The Itch has joined us. Rotorius is here. Oh my God, White Sox Al is here, and away we go. We are rocking and cocking it right here. Absolutely. We're doing it. We are doing it. Now, don't forget Arnie coming on right after this. Kevin at 11. And then we got, tonight at 6:30, we got the lovely and talented George. Yep. Clevenger, they're not trading Gavin Lux. Not doing it. Not trading Gavin Lux. That's what I've heard. That is definitely a no. All right, back to the action. Let's talk about Washington, the team of the day. Don't forget, every podcast we'll be talking about a team. I picked Washington today because there's so much to talk about. We all know that Will Harris was spectacular with a 2.3 ERA over the past 5 years, and the Nats signed him, okay? Now, it was getting Harris. They wanted him bad. They also wanted Josh Donaldson, so we'll see what happens. And the Lerner family, I'll tell you what. They got a powerful roster to start with. Powerful. Veterans. It's winner take all now, okay? Winner take all. That's what it is, okay? Now, let's just go through their team and let's see what they got here, okay? Over at first base, it's going to be, like I said, Howie Kendrick would be penciled in at first base right now. Now, Howie Kendrick at first base. How comfortable is anybody taking Howie Kendrick? He came up, and we all thought that Howie Kendrick was going to be the guy to lead this team, to lead whatever league he was playing in batting average. We all knew it. And he really hasn't disappointed. He hasn't disappointed. So Kendrick right now, but they will get a first baseman somewhere, okay? And I actually wouldn't mind having Howie Kendrick on my team. I don't care what league. He became a free agent this winter, but the Nationals brought him back Okay, so I don't think he's done yet. He's 36 years old. Just don't think he's done yet. Okay, so we'll see about Howie Kendrick. And just got to take a timeout here for 1 second. 1 second. That's what we're doing, taking a timeout for 1 second. Okay, timeout on the floor. That's what we're saying. Okay, now. So he signed a deal with a mutual option. He's just been a great player. He's been a great player. There's no question about it. So that's what we have for Howie Kendrick. Okay, very bad. Okay, that's what we have for Howie Kendrick. Now, as we move right along, as you can tell, I'm having a little computer problems. If you think I memorized this shit, you're wrong. Now, if you think that. If you think for 1 second, Starlin Castro at second, Trey Turner at shortstop, and Carter Kieboom. Now, Carter Kieboom could very well go back to AAA, and that's what's going to happen to Carter Kieboom. He will go back to AAA, no doubt about it. Carter Kieboom will go back to AAA. All right? Now, Kieboom's a nice player, no question about it. But don't go too crazy with Carter Kieboom because he can play some shortstop as well. He's 22 years old. He played some games. He played 18 games at AAA. He had a pretty good season. He was optioned back to the Pacific Coast League a couple of times. He was 23% better than the average Pacific Coast League hitter. Okay, despite being the youngest qualified hitter. That's how good he could be. He had some real struggles when he came up. Okay, real struggles. He'll have to go back and learn a couple of things. Kieboom can handle third base, second base. Excuse me, third base and second base. So we'll see how that works out. Now, an outfield consisting of Juan Soto, Victor Robles, and Adam Eaton. I got to tell you, Michael Taylor's the fourth outfielder. Andrew Stevenson's the fifth. I don't really have to talk much about Trey Turner. We all know he's a first-round pick. We all know what he can do. With Robles, with Soto, we know. But here's the deal with Robles. There are some people who really aren't sure how good Robles is. I think he could be terrific, okay? Victor Robles, I think, is going to be spectacular. He had that hyper. He's only 22. He did hit around 250, at just short of 20 home runs. I'm projecting 270, 25 home runs, and 30-plus stolen bases. That, to me, is a player. He had a hamstring injury last year for a little bit, had a hyperextended elbow, all right, hyperextended in 2018, but in 2019 they turned him loose. He was below average with his bat a little bit, but he came through pretty good. Below average, hitting about 255. So he's only 22 years old. He uses his legs. He gets those hits. He had 18 infield hits. Everybody's talking about Soto. The only thing about Robles is there's an injury risk. He does a lot of running. He does a lot of diving. He was hit by a pitch 25 times. So there you go. And with stolen bases trending downward, Robles is very important. Now Soto, on the other hand, here's the question. Who would you rather have, Soto or Robles? Would you rather have Robles' 30-plus stolen bases, or would you rather have Soto with his almost 40 home runs? Soto or Robles? Very tough decision. If you were taking one first, of course, as the draft progresses, it's easy to figure out which one you want. But I'll tell you something. He's laying a Hall of Fame foundation right here, all right? Hall of Fame for Soto. 21 years old, we're talking about Hall of Fame. Unbelievable. So he was voted, I think he was considered to be the number 13th roto hitter, despite being on the DL in May with back spasms, okay? His kid's spectacular, but not having Anthony